Hi friends, today we will discuss about aphorism number 14 and aphorism number 15. In the aphorism number 14, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann has said, everything of a morbid nature is known to physician by disease symptoms. Means when you are going to face any patient, when you are going to observe any patient, according to the previous discussions, as you are having the knowledge about the disease, these diseases, they are the results of internal derangement of the vital force, and when the person he has shown external manifestations in the form of signs and symptoms, these conditions you are going to observe in your patient, that he has said everything of a morbid nature. Morbid nature, it is a disease condition in that person, and it is observed by a homeopathic physician in a diseased person in that patient, and hence Dr. Samuel Hahnemann says a wise preserver of health, he is having the idea, he is having the knowledge of that person, what he is suffering, and all these conditions which are presented in that patient, they are observed by that homeopathic physician with the help of disease symptoms. Disease symptoms, they are many in numbers, and all these symptoms, they are going to constitute a single disease, and you are going to recognize that disease with the help of these disease symptoms. The single presence of that symptom, it is going to help you to make the totality of the disease. So that is the discussion in the aphorism number 14, that you are going to recognize that disease with the help of disease symptoms. The morbid nature you are going to observe in that patient. Now in the aphorism number 15, we are going to discuss the derangement of a vital force. It is internal. Derangement of vital force, as it is internal. And the second thing, the totality of outwardly reflected picture of the disease, it is in the form of symptoms. These are the two things. The first thing, it is the internal derangement of the vital force, and the second thing, it is the manifestation of signs and symptoms which you are going to observe outwardly. So these two things, they are constituted the complete picture of the disease in the human being. These two things, as we have discussed separately, they are having the combination to form a complete presence of the disease in that human being. Means the concept of internal derangement of the vital force, it is not a one part, or the consideration of material body of the organism, it is not a separate part. Both of these things, internal derangement and the materialistic condition of that organism, these both two things, they are going to constitute the human being and its totality which is present in that disease. And this outwardly reflected picture of the disease, it is because of the internal derangement of the vital force. So these two things, they are present in human being. Only one presence, it is not going to make the presence of totality of that disease. Here Dr. Samuel Hahnemann has said about the presence of these two things, that is the internal derangement, and simultaneously we should have to consider the materialistic approach of the organism for the consideration of totality of the disease. That's all.